Hello my kobold and creatures, and welcome to the Age of Scales, our single player Let's Play world. It's season 2, but not to worry because we've got to start a new world. At the end of last season our computer died and we'd lost everything, so we were talking about which seed to pick. That last episode was a little poorly edited, so we didn't get any votes, and instead I went to a number generator and picked out numbers. Option 4, we pick a new seed. Here we are, new world. And we are gonna call this, just as before, Age of Scales Season 2. And this time, I'm gonna back up the world constantly. No, I want it on hard mode. Yeah. Survival, hard mode, and let's go. And let it load. Probably shouldn't take too long. And we can talk about the plans for the series. This is gonna be... Age of Scales was always planned to be a forever world, but we already lost one world, so we can't really call it that, at least not for the first year, I think. So the plan is to make this a permanent location, but it's not going to be a forever world until we earn that title. And in that time, we're going to work out some things, figure out some lore and everything. Hello, chicken. So... again, we'd had tried 3 different seeds, but we got this random one instead. And let's give it a little bit of a bearings actually, rather than just grabbing and going. We've got some random hole. That's quite a deep little cave thing. We have chickens. Are we in some sort of flower forest? That's good. There are sheeps. There is a big water. I do like making port towns, so that's a good place to start, but it seems like it's more of a lake, maybe a loch. Ooh, kind of a loch. That would be nice. We even eventually make some weird giant sea serpent-y thing in the middle and make our own like Nessie kind of thing. That would be quite interesting. But it looks like the river actually does split and go out from it that way. I think that would be a nice place to work from. This lake is quite a nice focal point. What is that? Firefly bush. Okay. I think I'm playing in the most recent version of the game. Not a snapshot, but a stable version. And because replay works. And that's my going to be plan. As long as replay works in it, I will most likely keep ourselves updated. Yeah, the river actually splits that way as well. So this is like a full crossing of some kind. Oh, and there's even like a little pool here that would make a perfect little shipwright. But that's for later. We need to get started on that day 1 stuff. All those lovely bits and pieces. So, what we really need... we do have sugarcane. What we need to start doing is getting the basic materials. And it is Minecraft, so we do need to pick out a spot for a mine so we can get our first bits of stone, and this is sort of our vantage tree at the moment. So we don't have any large hills except that way. That might be an option. I think what I'm also going to do for now maybe is just make a spire of some description. You know what we'll do here, and this is probably going to hurt us as we try and go down it, but the idea is that we can see this from a distance and find our way back here if we need to. You know, and we sort of need to put those so that if we start dropping down, we'll be safer. Yeah, it goes right into an ocean that way, and that seems to really snake off into a river. Actually, I think there's a land bridge, and that goes into a ravine, and the plains just stretch on. Ooh, there's a little lava pool there, so we could actually get obsidian started quite quickly. You know what, I had those 3 seeds in mind, but I'm actually starting to think this might be a better idea in the first place. We got a lock. We got some ideas. And this is sparking some ideas for me. Hopefully it's sparking some ideas for you as well. And I'm like, you know what? I've got a good feeling about this. I think what we need to do first before we go off hunting for a location, we want a crafting table. And this isn't perfectly in the exact spot we spawned in on, but you know what? This little corner here is still spawn. Of course, we want our basic tools, and we might as well start with one of those. And you know, I could make a sword, but you know what? Our first job is going to be to do some digging. So I saw a bit of elevation this direction. That might be the best place to start a mine. Ooh, bees. Bees mean honey, honeys mean candles, and that means multiple different light sources rather than having just torches. That is good, that is good. Oh, what do we have? Ooh. We have a little hole, which also has Stone Age. Also has a bit of coal, which is also great for starting. You know what, I think as well, I've been playing a lot of Vintage Story, and that is a great game, but its world is a lot more grey, and coming back to Minecraft's vibrancy, just the bright colours everywhere, you know, it really is like a spark of complete reimagining of it. You know, you come back with fresh eyes kind of thing. I think I need to do that from time to time, also take breaks, but with the intention of, alright, I need to have a palette cleanser, get some more inspiration. And I've been doing that. I've been coming up with a few ideas, experimenting with some, reading a lot more books actually, because it might describe locations in books, but because there's no visual element, you really sort of make it your own from the ground up when you try and build anything from a book. Alright, I have rambled so much that the sun is actually going down. So here's what we're going to do. It's day one, and I'm sorry sheep, but actually I should get white ones. That way I can dye them red. I'm a traditionalist. Started playing Minecraft back in the ye olden days with... Yeah, used to play Minecraft on the console versions first, back on 360, and even before that, before Minecraft came to consoles, we still had our clones of Total Miner and Fortress Craft, which were good for their time, but they really did not, encapsulate the Minecraft experience at all. You know what? I should have grabbed those sheep that we met first, and you know what? I shouldn't be fussy, and I should have just axed them. I'm sorry, sheep, but it's for a good cause. Oh no! I need like 3 pieces. Come on. Oh, and there goes the. Give me your wool. Give me your wool. Come here. That's only 2. I need 3, and I'm already low on food. And you know what? It might be raw, but I sort of want the speed. Come on, come on. Do. That is a chicken. That is a sheep, and I might be able to make a bed. I don't think you can make a bed with sheep of different colours. I think it needs to be like all grey or all white. And you know what? That might be enough, it might not be enough. If I remember, yes, there is a little guy down here. So we're going to make it a mud stairway, just like that. And I'm sorry, I am very sorry, but we need... Oh, come on. Full on cave down there, isn't there? I rambled that much that I actually haven't made anything. Okay, oop, and oop, no, I don't want the meat, I want that, and that, and no, put it in the crafting table. You in there. And for our first night, I'm not even going to dig as a hole, I am just going to pop us down right there. So, our big thing first is we're just going to make a little wooden hut to keep us going. I think that's probably our best option. So we need wood, lots and lots of wood. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some axes, with all of this, and I can just do this, like so. Make a whole bunch of axes and other tools, and I am probably going to deforest this entire corner of the map because I want to really get a good maybe... I want one more so we can build a sword as well. So we'll do that. And then we will do that. Stick it there. And I should have left another one because I just realised I didn't make enough for a stone axe. But that's a later problem. What we can do now instead is grab all that birch, drop down double chest, and to start the series off, we are going to cue some music and cut down a large forest on day one, and we'll just live off apples probably. Let's get to this. Alright, so that is one tree clearing session all done, and we have gotten ourselves a little bit of wood from that, couple of stacks that will get us started off. The only problem is my cobblestone. I'm down to 2, and I made a wooden pickaxe, but we're down to wooden tools once again. Kind of overstepped making a few too many axes. So that does mean our next resource gathering will be some cobblestone, and maybe see if we can't search for some iron as well. And whilst I'm doing this, I'm not going to rush in and just do a deep drop mine or a stairway down to a low level. No, we're going to start carving up pillars, some shapes, and try and make this into a more purposeful type of build, a carving type of build. So let's stop rambling and once again cue some more music and get to doing some mining. Well, we're back once again at our little spawn tower, and we had quite the nice little gathering where we got a few stacks of cobalt, but also we found 3 iron and a bit of raw copper and a tiny bit of coal to add to what we had. So you know what, overall that is not a bad start. What I'm going to do, let's remove that book, let's make ourselves... We'll just do 1 furnace, it's all we need. Put you into there, smelt you up, and grab a sleep. Well, it's certainly a start, isn't it? We want to start gathering some materials, and what I'm also going to do is put these items down here and kind of keep them stored. They may not be our firsts, but they are sort of our milestone ones. This is our 2nd wooden pickaxe. This is one of the stone pickaxes from our first proper mining session. I don't know, I think I'm going to try and pick out a few bits and pieces as we go. You know, first crafting table, first bed, and you know what? That's that. I'm going to go find some animals, I'm going to go find some pens. So I'm going to prep for that, a couple of those, like so, and we're ready to build a fence. And we're back. Animal pens are done, and we've farmed up quite a bit. It's actually been a couple months since that clip. We do have the part 2 of the episode recorded because this one's getting a little long, so I'm separating into 2 clips now, and we're a little behind. There's a few things that have happened to the world, but those will happen in later episodes. Next episode we're going to start building something over in that side of the direction. You can just see it in the bottom corner there. It's going to be our starting house, which will get built up all in the next episode. But we're going to wrap up here. I have been Kobold Queen. This has been the Age of Scales new season 1, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye! Ouch! That's how we always end an episode.